Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. I hope you are all seeing me and listening to me. Thank you for joining us on this webinar focused on the leadership journey and personal development plan of the ISEG MBA. My name is Natasha Nazarali and I am the program manager of the ISEG MBA. And joining me today, I have Rita Alemão, coordinator of the leadership journey. She's a specialist in organizational performance, and her concepts and intervention methods are based on psychodynamic assumptions and tools used by INSEAD and MIT. She has a master's degree in organizational behavior at INSEAD, a degree in management at ISEG, and a postgraduate degree in management for executives at Católica Lisbon School of Business and Economics. If you have any questions during the webinar regarding this topic, I ask you to write them in the Q&A section and we will approach them at the end, okay? And now, hi Rita.
We have to be persistent and also resilient. So
exactly.
There are two main characteristics of leadership. So thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for coming, Rita. So together we're going to dive in this topic, I guess, yes. Right? And see what this area has to offer to our students. And maybe I'll go right to the questions. Is that okay for you?
Yes.
Please move on. Let's go. So from the beginning, why do you think leadership is at the core of an MBA?
Okay, thank you, Natasha. It's a very good question because, despite your background or your line of work, you are always challenged to manage the business, but you are also challenged to lead the people. So you have the business, but you have the people. And in today's increasing, changing world, leadership roles are shaped by three main dimensions. One of is technology, so that impacts a lot the way we lead, because it is transforming the way leaders lead and work with the people. So for Harvard, for instance, 86% of the organization now are transforming their business, and that is due to the rise of AI, the Internet of Things, the cloud, the big data, digital transformation. Also, most of the jobs are changing. So the World Economic Forum, that is a partner of the ISEG MBA, says 1/3 of the job functions that we have nowadays will disappear. So we have the need to upskill, reskill our workforce, all the organizations. So leaders will play a big role there. So the other force, technology, the other force is people, of course, and why people are a major force driving leadership, because to attract and retain global talent or manage virtual teams, that nowadays is a must. Also diversity and inclusion, diverse teams, and address the work-life balance. So these are all issues that are arising in organizations and that leaders need to address, and also the planet. So we have to think that organizations nowadays are impacting society as a whole, and people want, not only clients, but also the employees want cultures with purpose and meaning. So these three main drivers, technology, people, and planet, they are shaping business, but also the way you lead. And you have to manage the business, but lead the people. So in this changing landscape, I will say the ISEG MBA will give you not only the tools to manage the business, but the skills to lead the people.
Thank you, Rita. So what would those skills be?
Well, I call it the 3 A's. The ones who know me, we have a model, and we all need to be adaptive, agile, and authentic. So for me, the 3 A's are the building blocks of leadership. And leaders nowadays, they have to be self-aware and collaborative to foster what? Innovation, information, interaction across all the organization. They have to be resilient. That's why I started with resilience, and capable of tolerating ambiguity, not knowing also to implement learning agility in the teams. And of course, they have to have a growth mindset and a networking mindset to move on from a shareholder perspective to a stakeholder approach. So I would say that the 3 A's are the main skills that a leader nowadays needs to have.
Thank you. And how is the ISEG MBA leadership journey specifically designed to transform the way you lead in today's dynamic and complex business environment?
Well, it is a journey that was designed from the inside out. So all of us are leaders. And why is that? Because first of all, we have to lead ourselves. We have to know and to develop ourselves. So the ISEG MBA has a first building block of the leading self. Then we need that to lead others, so to impact others, and then to lead teams, which is deliver value through others, and lead organizations, which is to lead the change across a whole organization. So we give in these building blocks practical tools that are linked with emotional intelligence, personal impact strategies, negotiation, building strong teams, and of course managing change. And all our models are highly experiential, and you have a variety of scenarios, interactive exercises, and simulations all across the leadership journey. So I think that the ISEG MBA leadership journey is really designed to respond to today's dynamic and complex business environments, because it touches the human dimension across the whole organization.
Thank you. So you spoke a little bit about the journey and that they start in the self and then grow through teams and till big environments. So what specific topics or modules will they have in their approach during the MBA?
Okay, so let me think. Yes, it is like a ripple effect. So we start with yourself, and we have a model that is called emotional drivers and performance, where you recognize your emotions, you learn to manage your emotions, and also to manage emotions in others. So you have the latest trends in emotional capital or neuroscience. We also have a very good intervention in sleep management, but our students can talk about it. We have mindfulness for business, where you will learn, well, strategies for deep attention and awareness, to build resilience, a resilient character, to improve your cognitive function, decision making, managing stress, and of course, boost creativity. Then you will move on to, that is in managing self, you'll move on to personal impact in the way you impact others. So we have communication and influence skills, like receiving and giving feedback, being assertive, empathic listening. You have also negotiation, where you have an holistic and integrative approach on the negotiation goals, process, outputs, and you have both the transactional and relationship aspects of every negotiation. Then you move on to teams, and of course, the team's dynamics, and what you need to empower and coach your teams, how you can profit from diversity and inclusion in your teams, intellectual diversity, and bring the best of each team member to the table. Team openness also to speak up, share information and knowledge, take initiative, and how can you enhance performing, learning, and innovation. So how you can build a learning team system, so to say. And then you move on to lead and implement change, where you will learn in an organizational level what are the group defensive routines to change, and the individual also, in order for you to design a roadmap and to implement a change initiative. So you will be challenged to implement your own change initiative and to manage all the stakeholders' engagement within.
Thank you. So we already approached how the leadership journey is going to be for our students. So how is the personal development plan of each of them is going to be connected with that?
Okay, so we have a leadership journey that is where you start with yourself, but also prior to the leadership journey, we have an input. That is the first input also to the personal development plan, which is an assessment. So we have a partnership with the Kets de Vries Institutes, and all the participants will have the opportunity to assess their existing leadership skill set using the same tools, for instance, as INSEAD or McKinsey. So it is a very complete assessment where you will be challenged to think about yourself and the way you lead. Then with that input is also linked with models, because in the assessment you have these dimensions of the leading self, leading others, leading teams and organizations. So, and also exploring network and alliances. So all has a glue where you will develop yourself as leader. So the personal development plan has an input, the assessment, and it is a very, very immersive experience of self-knowledge. It's not easy, but will give participants really, really good tips for development. Every participant has individual coaching sessions, and they will explore their strengths, areas of development, and fine-tune what are their personal and professional goals.
Okay, thank you. You focused on the term immersive experience for them, right?
Yes.
So I guess, and because we have two guests here today, also there are students from this edition of the MBA, who better to speak with us about this than them and to give their testimonial. So, hi Anna, hi David.
Hello.
Hi, Natasha. Hello. Hello to all.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for joining us. I know David is a gentleman, so I'm going to start with Anna. Anna, before we go to the specific questions and statements, I'd like you to present yourself, please.
Okay. Thank you, Natasha, and thank you, Rita, for this invitation and to give us the possibility to share our experience in this MBA. Since last September, it's been an amazing experience. Demanding, very demanding, challenging, but amazing. So my name is Ana Vinagre. I'm 49 years old. I would like to have 20, 49 years old. My background is in economics by Nova. I finished in 1993. And since that, I did several courses in management, bank management, and some executive programs. I work at Caixa Geral de Depósitos. I don't know, for the ones who maybe we have not Portuguese in the room. Caixa Geral de Depósitos is a public bank and the biggest bank in Portugal. I'm a commercial manager and in a remote banking division. And I have a team of more or less 120 colleagues. And I think for presentation is that.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. So regarding the experience, what do you have to say regarding the leadership and personal development plan till now?
Okay, so I strongly believe in I strongly believe in lifelong learning. And this is one of the reasons because I have in this MBA, and especially related the streamline related to leadership and personal development. I from 20 years, almost 20 years that I'm managing teams. I think I have some experience, but every day I think how can do better? How can I can help my colleagues and be better with them and have a better overall performance. But how can I do this? Because the world is changing every day. From 1 year we have in the pandemic context, people working from home. Everything is different without this, because we are manage clients remotely by home, and our colleagues have children, have families, have completely different issues that if they are in the office as traditionally. So everything changes every day, and I believe we should have be prepared for that. And dealing with people, clients, because I work in a commercial area, and colleagues with different backgrounds, different experience, from very different generations, different ways to see the world. I'll deal with these issues and with these demanding topics, and it's because of that I believe that improve our skills in leadership is so important. I think I can say in those programs and courses that I have already did, as you imagine, in all we talk about leadership and human resource management and so on. But what we learn, what I learned here in this program in MBA, is to think and looking to myself, create self-awareness, to understand that if we want something different in our team, something different in motivation, commitment, happiness, and how close how close can I be with him, with they, we have to start thinking, how can I think different? How can I feel different? How can I manage my reactions and my emotions different? And I think it's the main learning that I took from the sessions here, and it was very, very important to me. It's tough because it's easier to think, how can they do different? Have I some different tools to manage different? But when we have to think, how can I think different and I feel different, and how can I manage with that? It's very difficult, but it's a journey. It's a very rich journey, and I'm walking on that.
Thank you, Ana. Thank you so much for your statement. So now, David, I think it's your time to introduce yourself.
Hello. So once again, thanks a lot for the invitation to talk here virtually and in presence of this virtual audience. So my name is David Lopes. I'm a mechanical engineer. I work for TAP maintenance and engineering, and I've been there for 7 years and a half, more or less, a bit less than that. I've worked as a power plant engineer, and for those who don't know what a power plant engineer is, it's the engineer that works with the engines of the aircrafts. So I've been working with that for the past 7 years. And unlike Anna, I don't have a formal leadership role in my organization. Nevertheless, engineers in this technical world that I work for are often challenged to be leaders and to work with people that, despite not being in their hierarchy, so they're not part of the same team, or I'm not boss of anyone, I need to make those teams work. And that is something that I find interesting in leadership, is that you don't have to be formally nominated to be a leader to be one. And starting by that, looked into leadership programs just to enhance these abilities to become a leader of some sort. And I was looking at very specific programs, and once I learned that the MBA, the ISEG MBA, shaped its content to have this leadership stream in it, I wanted to be part of it, and that's why one of the reasons why I listed to this MBA. And regarding the question, I don't know if you're going to do the same question as you did to Anna.
It's mainly the same, but how did also the individual assessment that you already had impacted your work at a personal and also at a professional level?
Okay, so briefly touching on the first question and then passing to the personal development plan. So just one thing, I've seen, last year I've looked at Rita's speech in the same context. I've watched that intro video sometimes now, several times now. And after all these sessions we had in leadership, I was able to notice some specific points of the speech, which I hadn't known before. So, for example, Paulo in the video, he says, we challenge, the program challenged us to know ourselves. Now, I really understand what he meant by that now. Basically, this program has made me become self-aware, and by becoming self-aware, I started becoming aware of other of the surroundings. So that is the biggest thing I would think about when talking about this program. So up until now, we've worked a lot in self-awareness, and that has improved my leadership abilities a lot. Now, for the specific personal development plan, I must say I was a bit skeptical about personal development plans at first, but Rita was able to deconstruct every skepticism I had. So it has been a great experience, mostly because I thought that these coaching sessions, sometimes they end up in like a shallow objective or something. And in this case, I left the coaching session with very concrete objectives, and not just concrete objectives, but the feeling that I would be able to fulfill them. And that is something that we can really take from it. So even a skeptical person like me can become open-minded, and the benefits from it will be huge. So yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Anna. As some of you may know and some of you may not know, the MBA happens every day from 6:30 p.m. So David and Anna have to leave us to go to their classes. But for the audience, if you ever have any questions for our students, let us know, let me know. I'll forward to them. And if you need to get in touch with any of our students for a more personal statement regarding the MBA. Thank you both. And now, if you have any questions regarding this stream, regarding the personal development or the leadership area, let us know. Here you can raise your hands or write in the Q&A section, and we'll approach them. Let's see if someone raises their hand.
Thank you, David and Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good session. Thank you.
It seems our audience is shy today. There's here a question showing up, I think. Yes. from Mua Masani. Tell us, Mua. I'm sorry if I'm not reading your name properly also. He's writing, I think. The only question is, when do we start? So that's great. That's from Diogo. Diogo is already has already applied, so he's very excited to join us. Thank you, Diogo. We're very happy and also excited to have you joining us from September. So thank you.
Thank you, Gio. Regarding the leadership journey, as you are going to see, it is really immersive. So as Anna said, it's from the inside out. So you have to learn how to lead from the inside out, and we'll have a great time together.
Thank you, Rita. Oh, okay. Besides leadership, what other areas does your MBA teach? Mainly in finance, accounting. Okay, so this goes to the other areas of the MBA, of course. So I can really quickly speak a little bit about that. So it goes through all the areas of management and finance, from financial accounting to all kinds of finance areas, to managing, to human resources. Also, we have these 5 streams that we added a few months back that have the were made for the leaders of the future. What I mean by this is that we think that leaders should be able to understand all areas of business nowadays, even if they don't have to understand it theoretical, they have to understand how to lead with those people. So the tech areas, the sustainability areas, to think about businesses in an open and huge way with agile and design and agility stream that we have. Also, you have some modules on entrepreneurship and innovation, and also this area of leadership. So for Mona, that's, I think, also João that's asking, I can then send to you, João, a little more specifics regarding that. Okay, and I'll get back to you.
Yes, Natasha?
Yes, Rita, yes.
I will ask to Moha regarding the teams that are client-based. Of course, has a consultant and has a business person, an independent business person. You have your personal development plan based both on your professional side with your stakeholders and on yourself, and also on your personal side. Regarding teams, you will learn, as David just said, not only how you can leader or be a leader to all the stakeholders, so to your clients, to teams that don't respond to you hierarchically or that are based in your clients, or on your suppliers. It depends on your value chain. So you will learn all of that, influencing skills. So you have all those tools where you will be able not only to lead teams that depend on you hierarchically, but also as you can be a coach, an energizer, and a facilitator to all the teams that you encounter in your role, either if they are in your organization and even if they are in others organizations, your clients, your suppliers, wherever. So
thank you, Rita. Mona has a little bit more to say. Okay, he's looking forward. Anything you need, Moa, just let us know, send us an email and we'll help you with the process, of course. I don't think we have any more questions. Yes, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Rita. Is there anything else you'd like to mention regarding this area of the MBA?
No, Natasha, so I think I just said it all. It is really an immersive experience, and you will learn with all the streams of the MBA really how to lead the business. And you have, like Natasha said, agility, entrepreneurship, design thinking, perspective regarding the future. And those are very important skills, but you need people to make your visions happening. And that's where the leadership journey is a plus, and also the personal development plan, because as I said, and also Anna and David stated, it comes from the inside out. So I would like to say that is really a journey and has that name because it starts with you. So that's all I can say.
You can say. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, everyone. Once again, if you have any questions regarding the MBA, or even to speak, if you want to speak to Rita a little bit. Oh, there's last minute question. Okay, great. So João, the thing is that today's topic is this leadership area. I will reach you in person. Okay, we'll speak about these specific topics. Also, we have other webinars regarding all kinds of topics and areas of the MBA. But thank you for your question. I'll get back to you. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. As I was saying, if you have any more questions,
just Natasha, just to add to João questions, and I know that you will get back to him as soon as possible, but in your personal development plan and in your leadership journey, you also have personal essays, and you have a link with the career management of ISEG. So we will help you if you have specific areas where you want to go within your company, or if you want to make a career transition. All that is really looked both in your personal development plan, in your coaching sessions, and in the link with the career management entity. So
exactly, and ISEG has a very good connection with companies, with businesses, from startups to huge companies, in which you'll have the opportunity to make contacts and grow your network in a lot of ways, even with the group of the MBA. So I think you'll have a lot of opportunities, even regarding specific things like internships and stuff like that that you mentioned, João. Exactly. Thank you, Rita. Once again.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and have a nice evening.